Hey everyone, so here's the thing. I really felt inclined to come on and talk about this today because I have myself been going through my own transition, my own, sense of fear, sense of doubt, sense of whatever you want to call it. So I wanted to come on and just talk about the importance of practicing the things that you want inside of your life. And this can do with your business, your relationship, your weight loss, which is exactly what I want to talk about. So the lessons that I've learned today from my coach are astronomical. And if you ever think that people can become kind of self-made on their own, it's really actually not accurate in any stretch of the imagination. I have learned more from hiring this coach in the last 3 months than I ever have in even my 4.5 years of university and any other type of experience in life and business, et cetera, that I've had on my own. I have learned exponentially more in the matter of 2 or 3 months, however long it's been. It's been 2.5 actually. So my point being is this: you want to lose weight, you want to get healthy, you want to improve your life, and all of these things don't necessarily have to relate back directly to weight loss, but it all starts with you. And if you're not willing to put in the work, you're not willing to put in the time, you're not willing to practice what it takes in order to lose that weight successfully, change your habits, change your routine, change how you're scheduling your life, change how you do business, maybe you're in business, change how you handle stress, change who you hang around with and how those people influence you one way or another, then you're never going to win. He always says, in order to change, we have to grow. And many, many gurus say that. But on the same token, if you're not willing to own your excuses as to what's gotten you to being X amount of pounds overweight and why you haven't done it before in terms of a weight loss program or why you failed in the past, then you will never be able to achieve weight loss success. Because you're constantly focusing on the failures. You're scared to try something new. You're scared of, oh my gosh, what if I fail again? But guess what? You have to show up for yourself. You have to show up for yourself. No one can help you work out. Nobody can cook dinner for you unless you're wealthy enough to have that in your life. And that's great. But you have to be willing to put the work in, and you need to know what your goals are and what the why is behind that. When we do something that is so powerful as losing weight, because I truly feel that when these results start to happen, your whole life will start to transform. Your self-confidence goes up. Maybe if you do own your own business, your self-confidence increasing is going to directly relate to how much money you're making. If you're somebody that's in sales, having high self-confidence is extremely important. And not to mention, if you're someone that's not in a relationship, when you're able to attract the people inside of your life that you want inside of your life, because we hang out with people that we become. So if you want to, stay overweight, then you're going to continue to hang out with people that are overweight. If you want to get healthy, get active, then join a new community, get new friends, encourage your family. And I've said this before in part of my other training for stress, but you need to learn how to say no to the things that don't serve you. If there is a certain individual in your life that's causing you stress and you simply don't know how to cut them out of your life, you need to learn now. I can guarantee you that this is part of the equation in the formula that I always talk about of why you can't lose weight and keep it off. Because stress is causing your body to hold on to negative toxins, and stress is definitely one of them. Yes, it's a hormone, and I can go all scientific on you, but I really don't want to. The point being is, if something is negative in your life, something is causing you stress, you need to learn how to cope with it or say no to it. If it's something that's reoccurring, you're the person that's in control. Just like no one's forcing you to eat an entire bag of chips. No one's forcing you to, order fast food 3-4 times a week. You have to be willing to own the process, and when we say no one's self-made, it's really important to have a coach there. I've been through some of the mistakes that probably you've made in the past, but here's the thing. I have learned from them, and I'm going to teach you and coach you around that so you're not making the same mistakes over and over and over again, because weight loss is a game. It's a game, and it's very different for different people. But instead of us getting so mind fed, what is good, what isn't good, should I do this, shouldn't I do that, how much more should I work out, should I be eating this, should I not be eating this, should I be fasting, shouldn't I be fasting, should I take supplements, should I not, what exactly does stress do to my body? Why don't you just learn from someone that's been through it all? I used to be close to 30 pounds overweight, and that was actually twice in my life. Once after university, once after just a really stressful time in my life, and I was in my 30s and things just were all over the place, okay? But I've learned from that, and now I live my life happily. I live my life fulfilled. I have an amazing relationship with my husband. He's a huge part of being a piece to that formula for weight loss because it was missing in my life. It wasn't adding up. It was in my blueprint. I needed to have somebody that I could love unconditionally and that I knew loved me back the way that I wanted to be loved, and that's 100% my husband. But the other things have to add up as well. You have to search for that commitment. You have to want better for your life. You have to practice gratitude. You have to look for positive things to feed your mindset that's going to push out all that negative crap and push out all the reasons and excuses that you try and come up with as to why health shouldn't be at the forefront of everything you do in your life, because it should be. Without our health, we have absolutely nothing. And money is very, very important, but the money will always be there. And if you're someone like myself, money is not the end all and be all. I absolutely feel like it's a necessity in life, but I truly felt if I was unhealthy or if I was overweight, there is no way in shape or form that I would even be remotely as happy as I currently am today. I don't have to stress about wanting to have a piece of pizza or two or the whole entire thing if I want it. I don't have to stress about enjoying a glass of wine here and there. I don't have to stress about wondering how can I, tiptoe around this person that's making me feel like all anxious and stressed out. I completely cut them out of my life. They're not worth it. And they're holding you back from being the person that you want to be because, again, my coach talks about this and many, many coaches talk about this. There's a fire deep inside of you and it's bringing out something that maybe you've never felt before. And weight loss lights that fire. It's like the little spark. And that fire could be owning your own business. That fire could be, oh my gosh, meeting the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams or whatever it is. But to find that, you need to have self-confidence. You need to be committed. You need to have like a strategy and a plan to get there. And I often feel that the mentality around being successful financially is always like hire a coach and get the marketing, get the branding, get the programs, get this, get that. Why is it any different when it comes to weight loss is beyond me. And I understand and I agree and I am right with you. I know there is so much information out there when it comes to weight loss and it makes my head spin. And this is a passion of mine. So for like an average person that really does want to lose weight, it's overwhelming. Do we do the keto diet? Do we fast? Do we go vegan? How many times a week should we be eating vegan? What percentage of my plate needs to look like this? Should I be taking a protein powder? Oh my gosh, no wonder people can't stick to something because there's so much coming in that you don't know how to sort all out the information and then you just end up giving up. I'm here to tell you that the most important part of weight loss is here, 100%. Because if you don't have your mindset straight, you don't have the positivity, you don't have the consistency, you don't have the strategic mind to know that weight loss takes practice, and it takes a lot of practice. I practice it every single day of my life. I know how to coach people because I've been through it, and I've coached myself. Steve has been saying a lot lately. My husband's been saying he can't believe how much his body has transformed in the last 30 days because I did a quarantine core challenge. Quarantine has been a very, very challenging time on us all, but it's how you choose to adapt and pivot. I have connected with people now that I have been trying to get on the coaching train. I've been trying to help them for over 2.5 years. I'm persistent. I know I can motivate you because you gotta look for things that are shortfalled in your life and you gotta surround yourself with the people that you want to be most like. If that does include health and fitness, then why is it not me? I want to help you establish these routines, the strategies, the practices, and the daily things, habits inside of your life that will transform your weight loss, and it will transform your life. Because holding yourself accountable is so hard, but it is the most powerful tool that you can have in anything that you do. If you don't hold yourself accountable, how can you expect other people to say to you, you know, you got to do this today, you got to do that today? I am there to tell you what you need to do. You don't have to figure it out. I'm there to coach you through each day and, you know, how to get over hurdles, because life happens. We all know that. Life happens often. And it's how we choose to respond to those triggers, if you will, when it comes to weight loss, and how we get our mindset straight so we can just brush that off our shoulder and move on. You know, and one of the biggest things that I hear all the time, and it drives me crazy, is time. People give me the excuse of time. Then we always talk again. I'm going to relate this back to business. My coach says, you cannot be successful if you wake up at 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. And I 100% agree. And I 100% would challenge you to find a difference between waking up an extra hour earlier than you normally do, even if it's 5 o'clock in the morning or earlier, to get your workout done, or to food prep, or to, you know, plan out your day so you do have that extra hour in the evening time or in the afternoon when you can do your workout. It's no different. You cannot expect to be successful in your life if you're not willing to put in the work. And this is exactly the same situation, analogy, formula, if you will, for weight loss. Show up for yourself, you know, make sure that you're having consistency in your life, believe that you can get it done, start with a positive mindset and go for it, and never give up. When you give up, you're like everybody else in this world. And that's why, again, talking about business, they're saying, okay, well, this is only like the top 2%, 1% of the entire world actually make it to that, you know, percentage where people are like, wow, how did they get there? Yes, they got there with hard work. They got there with dedication. They definitely got there because their health was intact. And then in addition to all of that, they had a coach. They had a coach showing them and coaching them through every single day, every single week, every single month, new strategies and new things to put into place, because life happens. You can't expect for one formula for weight loss to work for you for the rest of your life, because we age every single day. Different things happen inside of our life every single day. New stresses, I don't know, maybe you got fired at work, maybe your kids are driving you nuts, maybe something positive happened. Like, oh my gosh, yes. Finally, something positive like coronavirus. Who can prepare you for that? Nobody. But you have to be willing inside of a weight loss program in any way, shape, or form. And when someone coaches you, they're willing to adapt and think further ahead than you are. Okay? Because right now it's human nature for us to just kind of live in the moment. And then we hope. So then we're going to, you know, hope, we dream, we pray that things are going to really, you know, come together for us and make sense for us. And sometimes they don't, because life happens. And here's the thing, without a plan, nothing is certain. You know, you can have goals and dreams all day long, but if you don't have a plan of action to get there, then really you're kind of walking in circles. Getting a coach, having a plan, having a program, adapting, changing as we grow, we evolve, we age, life happens, is so incredibly important for what your life is going to look like tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. And one other piece of advice that he gave us today that I was just like, this makes so much sense. All you have to focus on is being a better person than you were today, tomorrow. You know, whether you had a bad day, a good day. When it comes to weight loss, we tend to beat ourselves up. Like if we had a couple squares of chocolate, or maybe you had some dairy, or I don't know what it is. This is just an analogy. Maybe you skipped your workout. Maybe stress is really getting to you. You kind of go down that downward spiral a bit, and you're not focusing on the good things and how you can just completely wash of that tomorrow and have a new mindset, a new day, and all you have to focus on is being better than the next. I am honored to be your coach. I'm honored to be here for you. I don't know how else to explain to you that this is what I truly feel I was meant to do on this earth, was to help people. And if I can help you lose weight along the journey, then that's even tenfold for me. It's like incredibly motivating. It's incredibly inspiring. And I honestly feel like this is what speaks to me. You know, all the money aside, it doesn't even matter. I'm here for you, and I'm here to show you that you can live happy, you can live healthy, you can have everything that you want inside of your life. You just have to be willing to work for it. And then when you need help, you need to ask. When things evolve, things change, we age, you gotta know how to adapt as we go along. And guess what? I'm still learning. I'm not 40 yet, and I'm sure many things will change in my body when I'm 40. But I know what I'm doing up until this point. Trust me, I'm 38 years old. I'm not about to be, thinking anything is going to be that much different. But I also have coached women in their 50s and men in their 50s and 60s and 70s and 40s. So I know how to do it, and I want you on my team, and I would be honored to be your coach. So hopefully you got a lot out of this training today. Stay committed, stay focused. Commit to yourself, because my goodness, the motivation and inspiration that you're going to get when you start to see those weight loss results and your whole mindset has started to change, it'll be impossible for you to ever go back to that old self again. Thanks so much for listening.